Hey, this is Politics with Laura, to where everything is politics. Whether if it's here locally in the US or if it's international, you will get the true news because I use newspapers from around the world. Politicians here or politicians over there, or if there's a war here or a war over there, I would make sure that you know about it. Candace, you messed up. I want to almost say that you can't make this stuff up, but in this case, you can. You were fooled, booed, and tattooed. You believed the hype. Now, this is something that the black community has always known about politics. And as Caribbean Americans or um, American people that have migrated from other black countries that come here and are maybe the first generation or immigrants, you have to learn quick. You're being used against us. Candace Owens is an excellent example. Now, we had other examples like Omarosa, but people didn't pay attention. But people didn't pay attention nor learn. Because if you did learn, Candace, then you would have seen what was done to Omarosa. They made her look like an international fool. How about an intergalactical fool? Oh man, she just poo-pooed on the black community left and right, left and right. Got money, book deals, interviews. Trump, 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 Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. I'm not anti-Trump, I'm anti-establishment. And Candace, you're going to be another example. The way you were used is the same way that Omarosa was used, is the same way that Michael Steele was used. Whether if you are a Democrat or Republican, Republicans are more brass with their mess. Democrats come in, give you a back rub, and make you feel good before they cut your throat. You have done so much to the black community. You poo-pooed on us left and right. And what you did, the latest one, I thought was rather distasteful, even though what Kimberly Klacik said was absolutely correct about you. She didn't lie. You do not. She didn't lie. You do not engage with the black community. You don't. You don't come to the black community and you don't engage. And not only that, you misrepresented yourself. You came on the scene saying, I never faced racism. But just scratch the surface. There's what, a $37,300 judgment, and you were too afraid to go to school. You missed weeks of school, but you never felt racism. Who was it? Mayor Mallory, son, and his friends that did all that stuff to you, and then you had the NAACP assist you. You poo-pooed on them too. This right here is the average story that minorities do. They rebrand themselves. And then come out as you were used. And I remember about maybe 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago when you had your podcast and you were talking about how you were red pilled and you just would just go after people. They saw you. They could polish you. And they did. And they used you as a missile. They did. And they fired you and you will blow people apart. And you're good at it. But now your usefulness is over. Now Trump, and you built all your money, your foundation and platform on Trump. Now that Trump believed what someone said about you, that you had lied or they lied on you, saying something to the effect that he was too old and couldn't do this and couldn't do that, and he believed it, and then he was disappointed, and then he was rude to you. I don't think you have seen Trump with clear eyes, but I know you see him now with clear eyes. He treats white people the same way, pushing world leaders out the way so he could be center of attention, which you want the center, you want the attention. Center of attention, which you want the center, you want the attention. You got the spotlight. Now you got the stoplight. You're look, you should have seen what was done to Omarosa. People warned Omarosa. She was on that train and they don't believe them. Oh, we would never do that. And then turn around and do the same thing what people said that they would do, that they denied that they would do, and they did it. Michael Steele. I kind of feel bad for him because the Republicans had him out there. He's doing this and doing that, doing all these things. Now, he didn't come as hard as disparaging black people the way you did. You were down. You were considered what we call a junkyard dog. Not calling you a dog. No. But that term, whenever they needed someone to bark, you would, Candace, go ahead and go bark. Woof, 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 woof. That was you. And you only barked at black people. That's all you did. Now, what they did to Michael Steele, look it up. 2012 Republican conference. This guy gets up, he makes a speech. He said he was talking to his wife about how he had to tell Michael Steele that he was used. We got enough black people in. And they dismissed him at the conference. Embarrassing. Oh, he felt so. I wouldn't want to be in his skin. That was cringe-worthy. Oh, he had to feel cringe in his skin, just like Omarosa had to feel cringe in her skin when they put her out of the White House. And then she resorted back to the low class. You're not going to put me out. They put you out and mailed you your shoes. This is too much. Yeah, so now that you have burned both ends, now what are you going to do now? Your platform was Trump, 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 Trump. That was your platform. Now what? Are you going to go back to disparaging black people again? Because you're going to have a heck of a time. Omarosa is still trying to claw herself back into the good graces of black Americans. Minorities really didn't want to rock with her because if you disparage black people, and we are some of the most open and accepting people, and you poo-poo on us, who's going to trust you? Let's see how you fare. I don't wish you any ill will because I know I tried to warn you 5 years ago. You may not have seen my tweet. You may not have seen my message on Instagram. Not Instagram, I'm sorry. YouTube, when you had your Rail Pill podcast. I warned you. Like many other Black Americans warned you. And you only turned around and just disparage us, poke fun at us. You got your just dessert. You're in no man's land, or in this case, no woman's land. I want to thank you for stopping by, because you could be anywhere, but you decide to stay here with me and listen to my video, because politics runs the world. Now, whether if you agree with the politics or not, put something down in the comment section. Whether if you agree or disagree with me, that is okay. We can agree to disagree, or we can agree to agree. So please help me get to 500 subscribers, and then help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And thank you for stopping by.